Good day, Grayson from D-Tech Marine Products. Today we're going to go through our glass cleaning, preparation and protection system. Starting off, we'll be using our G200 glass polish. We'll be using this to remove the hard watermark, etch marks and light scratches on the surface. Following our G200, we'll be using Crystal Clear. Use the Crystal Clear to remove the excess polish from the surface as well as all other contaminants and greases to prepare the surface for our GlassTec. Once finished preparing a surface, use our GlassTec for a hydrophobic effect and up to a year of lasting protection. On board this Prestige today, what we're going to be doing is we'll be polishing both panes of glass, and then we'll be treating this pane of glass with our GlassTec, showing you the hydrophobic qualities compared to just the polished pane. So starting out, we're going to do about 3 pea-sized drops on our rayon pad that we supply in our online as part of our glass cleaning system. What we're going to do is just dab it on the surface just to even out the product, and then bringing the polishing tool up to speed, start working our way around. So I'm using about 3 to 5 pounds of pressure only, kind of letting the tool do most of the work for me with the rotation, and we'll slowly see how the glass is just cleaning up here. This glass is pretty badly etched in, so it'll take a little bit more time, but we're just using a light pressure to continue cleaning the surface. Now, just to check to make sure our surface is prepped correctly, we'll use our Crystal Clear. What it's going to do, it's going to create a rainbow effect. So once we do this, it's also going to remove the excess G200, and we'll see a nice beautiful rainbow effect. Once you see this effect, you know that glass is cleaned and prepared correctly and will be ready to receive the GlassTec. Now you want to keep the pad well lubricated throughout. Just because it's not a foam pad, it's not going to absorb the product like foam pads do, and in doing so it's going to give you a nice even pressure along the surface of the glass. So what I'm doing, I'm just working in small, easy manageable sections, cleaning the glass off as we go, just to make sure that it's prepped correctly. And again, using our Crystal Clear just to remove the excess polish and other contaminants on the glass surface. And looking for that beautiful rainbow effect, just letting me know that I've prepared the glass correctly. And again, ready for the GlassTec to be applied. So one thing you want to do is just when you're applying, make sure when you're holding the pad nice and even, flush against the surface, and doing so it's just going to create that even pressure. Also, you want to make sure you always have enough product just to keep the lubrication between the pad and the surface. But you can kind of feel the tool stops fighting against you with the pad. It becomes a lot easier to move it up and down, a lot smoother. At that stage, that's kind of when you know that the glass at that stage is also prepped before you even use the Crystal Clear. So you want to keep a pretty clean microfiber because you're removing some of the product. So you want to make sure your microfiber is nice and clean, so that way you're also not leaving it. Now we finished polishing the surface. What we use is our Crystal Clear. This is going to prep the surface and remove all the remaining contaminants, any greases, to prepare the surface for our GlassTec. Ensuring we're using a clean microfiber that has no other contaminants on it, we'll apply our Crystal Clear to the surface. We'll be seeing a nice rainbow effect, letting us know our glass is clean and ready to be coated with our GlassTec. This is a very important step in the process because we want to make sure that the GlassTec has a real good clean surface to adhere to. Without this, the process unfortunately won't last that full year. So as we're going, we're seeing a nice rainbow come through, just letting us know that our glass is clean and ready for GlassTec. So now that we've cleaned our surface, what we're using to protect it now will be the GlassTec. With the GlassTec, we'll be using our foam microfiber applicator, and in doing so we'll use a crosshatch method, ensuring even coverage throughout before wiping the excess product off the glass. On a cool day like we have today, we'll have a minute or so to work with the product before having to wipe it off. On a warmer day, you want to do smaller sections, nice and manageable. You don't want the product curing on the glass, just so you don't have to repolish it and remove the excess product. So as we apply the GlassTec to the pad, to start off, we're just going to add a little bit more product just to get some moisture in the pad from the product itself. From there, we'll use a couple drops, keeping the pad nice and moist and working our way top down. Now we'll start from the corner, working our way across in a nice even crosshatch method. And you'll be able to see exactly where the product has been applied, just ensuring a real nice even coating throughout. We'll be working in smaller sections. As we do that, we'll wipe the excess using a nice clean microfiber. So we use a light pressure wipe just to remove the product, and then allowing it to cure before applying any water to the surface. So by running my back of my fingers on the glass, you'll be able to feel the difference in texture. One being, once the GlassTec has been applied, you'll have a very silky, smooth coating. And once you reach the area, even though you've just polished it, there will be a difference in feel, and you'll be able to feel a little bit more resistance against the back of your hand. When you're applying, you want to try and not apply in direct sunlight. It's just going to flash the product a little bit quicker, so you have a little bit less time working with it. So we're going to let the product cure. Once it's cured, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll put some water on it and kind of see that hydrophobic quality that comes through. So we're back the next day. If you remember, we left this pane completely untreated. No polish, nothing done to it. Our center pane, what we did was we used our G200 polish only. And then on this pane here, we used the G200 polish as well as our GlassTec protectant. We're going to throw some water over all three panels to demonstrate the difference in beading effect, showing the quality of our GlassTec and how hydrophobic it creates the glass. I hope you can get that on video. It's sheeting versus beading, yeah. So, coming and having a look, once applied some water, we can see all the hard watermarks are just holding onto that water, allowing it to kind of sit on the surface, dry up, and creating more of a problem thereafter. Our pane that we treated just with our G200 glass polish, we can see a nice sheeting effect, showing us the glass is nice, evenly cleaned, but there's no hydrophobic qualities that we would get from the GlassTec right now. Coming to our third and final pane, we can definitely see how the water has just beaded off. We have these small little beads remaining, but it's going to be easy to clean, saving you time, effort, and allowing you to get on board, doing other projects, keeping your boat in tip-top shape, and protecting it for up to a year to come.